This is Claymore, a suburb once known for its struggle, stigma and silence, but something massive is happening here. Whole streets are being wiped clean and rebuilt. But why now? And what's replacing it? Today I'm walking through one of Sydney's most forgotten suburbs, showing you what could be one of the biggest housing transformations happening in Australia right now. Back in the 70s, Claymore was built almost entirely as public housing estate. Streets filled with housing commission homes, built fast, cheap and all the same. Over time, Claymore became one of the most disadvantaged suburbs in New South Wales. Unemployment, crime, disconnection. The Claymore Urban Renewal project is now more than halfway complete. Stage 6 is underway. That's just one part of a 13-stage plan. The goal? Replace over 940 ageing public housing dwellings with about 1,490 brand new homes. But here's the catch. Only 30% of these new homes will be public housing, the rest private sales. That's 70% private ownership, a huge shift in the social makeup of this community. Right now, a lot of these homes behind me are still boarded up. They're still sitting here waiting for demolition. It's eerie, honestly like walking through a suburb that's already half gone. Sydney is in the middle of a housing crisis. Rents are climbing, vacancy rates are plummeting, first home buyers are being priced out, and public housing, there's not nearly enough of it. So projects like this, where old housing stock is being demolished to make way for mixed tenure communities, are becoming the blueprint. But there's the controversy. For every family that gets a brand new home, another is relocated. Some people have lived in Claymore their whole lives, only to be told it's time to move on. Is it renewal or displacement? Walking through these streets, you can really feel what used to be here. Toys in the background, curtains in the windows, old mail still in the letterbox. Claymore is changing fast, but I wonder, as we build new homes, are we building stronger communities or just prettier streets? The Claymore project is scheduled to wrap up around 2028, 2 years ahead of its original planning, thanks to a $75 million fast track. But the real question isn't just how fast we can build, it's who we're building for. But if you're watching this and wondering what this says about housing in Sydney, you're not alone. Drop a comment below, and what do you think about this kind of development? Why are they only placing 30% of the homes with public housing? Isn't that unfair to the original residents? It's a question more people should be asking, because that's what's happening here in Claymore. Isn't just rebuilding, it's social engineering. Out of 1,490 new homes, only about 30% are public housing. The rest are sold privately. Why? Blending private and public housing reduces disadvantage by avoiding large concentrations of poverty. But here's the flip side. That also means fewer public housing spots for family who are already here. So is this urban renewal or urban erasure? It depends on who you ask, but it definitely makes you wonder who's getting to stay and who gets left behind. Imagine getting a letter one day saying you need to move, your whole street is being demolished. Yes, residents are being relocated, but they are offered housing elsewhere by the Department of Communities and Justice. The official line is that no one is left homeless. Still, some long-term locals feel like they didn't have a real choice, especially older residents who grew up here. One resident told me it felt like watching her memories get bulldozed, the house she raised her kids in gone, the neighbours she shared dinners with scattered. So yeah, there's quite a lot of places in there, eh? You can see just down there, there's one completely trash, and then you've got someone living right next door to it. It's so strange. Very, very odd. I guess some people need to find places and that, but yeah, it's just kind of weird that you'd have like a bunch of people living in amongst a whole lot of empty places ready for it to be demolished. There's quite a lot of places just there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's like about 8 places there. Crazy. Just fascinating. So yeah, this will all be gone soon. You get new housing in there. This is incredible. It's legal, it's planned, but is it just? That's the grey area we really talk about. Why don't they renovate the old houses instead of demolishing everything? That's what I thought first too, until I saw how far some of these buildings are. Most of Claymore's homes were built in the 1970s as fast, low-cost housing, structurally outdated, energy efficient, and often overcrowded. Many of them just simply aren't worth renovating. Starting fresh gives developers a blank canvas for better infrastructure, streetscapes, and public amenities. But still, there's something jarring about seeing a whole suburb erased. Renovation keeps history alive. A demolition wipes the slate clean. So here's the big question. When we choose to demolish, are we fixing the problem or just burying the evidence? Is this kind of redevelopment happening in other parts of Sydney too? Claymore's not alone, it's just the beginning. Across Sydney, similar projects are happening and are all seeing massive public housing redevelopments. Models the same, knock down the old housing commission estates, replace them with mixed private and social housing, and try to integrate the communities. What's eerie is how predictable it becomes. First come the empty houses, then the fences, then the high-rises. It's a pattern and it's spreading. So is this urban renewal a blueprint for progress or a slow disappearance of Sydney's affordable housing? Will this actually help solve Sydney's housing crisis? That's the million-dollar question, and the answer is more complex than you'd think. Projects like Claymore add housing, yes, but they often reduce the total number of public housing units while increasing private stock. So while more homes are built overall, the truly affordable options for low-income families not growing fast enough. Sydney's housing crisis isn't just about supply, it's about access. Who can afford to live here and who's slowly being pushed out? So maybe the real crisis isn't a lack of houses, but a lack of priorities. Who are we building for? Yeah, so there's still like a lot of old places around. Yeah, that looks like it's about nearly to be go. Crazy. Yeah, so there's a lot of little bits and pieces, like leftovers left around, so we'll just take a walk around the street, have a bit of a look. It's kind of interesting. Very, very interesting actually. So you can kind of get an idea of the scale of all of this. It's pretty massive. Absolutely massive. So it'll be pretty interesting just walking around here, seeing what's kind of empty and what's not. Crazy, eh? Just so much. Far out. It's not the kind of thing you see sitting in a park. So I've seen people in these places after they started demolishing them. Pretty tiny, very small. It's a little kitchen. It's a toilet. It's like a backyard area. It's a little basketball court. And that's the building there. So yeah, kind of pretty interesting actually. Not much to them. So it'll be really interesting to see like these go through the different stages and all the development that goes on here. So like I said, I'll come back, keep an eye on it, and have a wee look at the different stages. Yeah, fascinating. Wow. Bit of a Go Suburb. Yeah. It's just really eerie with all these rubbish bins all over the place, eh? It's just kind of weird. Yeah, not a lot left at all. Just crazy. So yeah, I think it's about it for today. It's starting to come in, a bit of rain and that, so I think I'll just head off. So thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.